I'm back with another video. I think I ghosted you guys there for a second, only for a week or so, but I got back from holiday, vacation, and I really fall out of the swing of things when I go away, and I find it really hard to start making videos again, but I am back and I'm really excited about today's video because I have a pile of things that I picked up in the Dôen sale that was a few days ago now. It has unfortunately finished by the time this video goes live, so you won't be able to shop it anymore, but I thought as Dôen is a brand that a lot of us are interested in, I would review the pieces that I bought because I got some really good bargains that I definitely don't think would have been worth the full price that they charge, because the Dôen prices are just out of this world extreme. I don't know who comes up with their pricing, but they are crazy. But having said that, I really like a lot of the items that I got, and I'm really glad that I managed to pick them up. I managed to pick them up in the sale. So yes, without further ado, I've got the items here. I'm gonna just try them on as we go because I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. Only because the light is rapidly fading. It's only about 2 o'clock, but it will be dark by about 3:30 currently. So I have about an hour and a half to get this filmed, so let's get straight into it. You'll probably be able to tell that I am wearing the first item. This is definitely giving Dôen vibes. This is one of my favourite pieces that I managed to pick up. A lot of the dresses, I think I got 4 dresses in total. No, 5. Oh, I went a little bit crazy. But for good reason when I tell you the prices. But most of them, I think 3 of the 5 are more spring-summer dresses. So I'm going to have to put those away and keep those for next year. But 2 of them, including this dress, are definitely more autumn-winter appropriate, all year round dresses because they're long sleeved and a little bit darker in the pattern and colour, so I can definitely get away with wearing these at this time of year, which I'm really pleased with. This one in particular is definitely a firm favourite. I think it is so beautiful. I bought this for £76, or was it 79? It was one of the two. Full price it retails for about 412, and it was down to 279 in the sale. But if you don't know, when the Dôen sale first launched, they had a little bit of error with the UK pricing, in which some of the items were way more discounted than I think they were supposed to be. So most of the items I picked up today were too far discounted, and they realised their mistake I think a few hours into the sale and they corrected the prices. But I managed to place my orders before then, so I got a lot of these items for really discounted, which I was really pleased with. So this was £76 I think, which is crazy. As I said, it retails for over 400 brand new. I definitely wouldn't pay 400 for it, but I do think it's an absolutely beautiful dress, and I'm really glad that I got this one. It's one of my favourites. As I said, the pattern is gorgeous. It's I think it's a black background, although it could be a very dark navy. No, I think it's a black. It's got blue and red and orange, green, yellow flowers on it. It's very beautiful. I love the neckline in particular. If I move my hair, it has this slight kind of scoop off the shoulder neckline, but it does stay up. It doesn't slip really off the shoulders, but it does hang quite wide, which I think is actually really pretty. It has a lot of shirring on the bust and kind of stops just above my belly button, so it's like a full shirred bodice, I guess, and then it flows into a loose skirt. It is pretty much maxi length on me. It is ankle length, so there's no leg showing, which also makes it really appropriate for this time of year, which I really like. I can wear this with boots and a coat, and I think it looks seasonally appropriate. The sleeves are also shirred actually, so they're fully shirred from the shoulder right up until where they finish with these little frills. I will say a lot of the sleeves on the Dôen pieces I've tried seem to be 3/4 length, or they're just very short. I'm not sure. I think they're supposed to be this short, because otherwise it would be a little bit strange, because I'm obviously not that tall, which is interesting. I feel like if you're tall, although the length of these dresses is quite good, they're all quite long, the sleeves are really short, and I feel like it might look a little bit awkward if the sleeve, like I think it's okay on me, it looks intentional, but if it was like up here, if I was a little bit longer, it might look a little bit weird. So that's one of my criticisms. The other thing is just the composition. A lot of these dresses are not cotton. They're not 100% cotton, which for the price point is really surprising to me. I would be expecting a little bit better of composition for this price point. But all the information about composition, price and sizing I will leave on screen or in the description box, so you have all of the info. I bought everything, I think, in a size medium. I figured because I'd never tried Dôen before, that was the safest bet. I wasn't expecting everything to work for me because sometimes I can go up or down from a medium depending on the item and the brand, but I would say most of this runs pretty true to size. If not, in some pieces, maybe a little bit on the bigger side. So if you're between sizes, you could size down. But I'm pretty happy. Actually, I think everything does fit me in the medium. And I think the fit is pretty good, actually, on everything in the medium. So I was really pleased with that. It was a little bit of a risk, not knowing what size to order. But it did pay off, I think, especially at the low price points. So this is the first dress, one of my favourites. I would definitely rate this probably an 8 out of 10. I think maybe a 9 out of 10 at the sale price. But for just looking at it kind of at face value without thinking too much about the cost, I think this is definitely an 8 out of 10. I think it's beautiful. I think I will get a lot of wear out of this. I love the length. I love that it's long sleeved. I could definitely still wear this in the spring on cooler days, but it is going to work for me layered up in winter as well. Next up we have the Quinley Dress. This is one of the more summery dresses. The pattern is a little bit more autumnal. It's like a dark burgundy brown on a cream background, but it is short sleeved, puff sleeved, so I probably will be saving this for spring summer, but I'm very glad I picked it up. This one I bought for £44. Again, it normally retails for about £300, so I'm really pleased with this one. I think this one is very flattering. I do think if you have a similar body type to me, Dôen does cater to that body type quite well. I think a lot of their things are a little bit more smaller in the bust area, so if you're bigger chested, you might struggle with them. But for me personally, they do tend to fit my body really well. Sorry, I've just had to move my rail over here so I can film some clips in the mirror for you. But yeah, I really like this one. I mean, I don't think I would necessarily pay £300 unless I was looking for a dress for a special occasion or something, because I do think Dôen dresses make fabulous wedding guest dresses or occasion dresses. So never say never. I really like the quality of this one. It feels a little bit thicker than the last one. It has a slightly different texture to it, but it isn't see-through at all, which I really appreciate. And I do think it's quite nice. You can wear it sort of off the shoulder. You could pull these down and wear it a little bit more like that, or you can wear it more on the shoulder as like a little puff cap sleeve. So yeah, really pleased with this one. This one does come in a few different colours and designs. I think it is part of their kind of permanent collection, and they bring it out in different patterns every year. I think there's a plain white one, which I think would be really nice as well. But yeah, for £44, I'm not complaining. I would definitely be getting a lot of wear out of this in the spring and summer. If you watched my fall wishlist video from a few months ago, you'll know that this dress was the first item I mentioned in that video. It was the item at the top of my wish list, and I very much almost bought this full price. So when I saw this had gone into the sale, I was over the moon and I knew I had to try it. This is a beautiful organic cotton checked dress. Now I will say, when this arrived, I was a little surprised at how thin it was, and I think that's the running theme through this video, is the materials are nice, they're lovely, but I don't know if they match up to the price point, which is why I would always suggest waiting for the sale, whether that's in the summer or the November sale, or remembering that Dôen is stocked on places like Net-a-Porter, so you can often find things on sale on those websites as well, or looking secondhand, because although this is beautiful and I'm so glad I finally have it in my collection, I don't think I would have spent full price on this, or I would have, and I probably would have ended up sending it back, because it doesn't feel like a £330 dress. But I got this for £132, and to me this does feel like a £132 dress. It feels lovely, but yeah, not 300, but it's really pretty. I love the neckline. I will say it is quite small up top again. I'm wearing a size medium and it fits me really nicely, but I'm quite small chested, so I think, again, if you're bigger chested, you can actually see, I don't know if you can tell, but even when I do this button up, it gapes here, which I never get. So I can't imagine if you have a bigger bust than me, that's probably going to be an issue. So yeah, maybe one for smaller chested ladies, but if you're like me, you can just undo that button and actually it's still not too low cut, so I really like it. Also with the sleeves, they're again that weird kind of slightly short length. So I guess this is a theme among Dôen pieces. They like this, it's not a 3/4 length sleeve because it's longer than that, but it's like a 7/8 length sleeve. That's really hard to say. And I don't know how I feel about it. I guess it is quite nice to show a little bit of wrist, because it kind of it balances proportions, and it's often the smallest part of your body. So I feel like maybe that is quite nice, but it's kind of weird at the same time. This next dress is, I think it's called the Stanza Dress. I'm reeling these off my memory, so apologies if that's wrong, but I think this is the Stanza Dress, and this is the biggest bargain of today's video. Obviously, it's another spring summer dress, one that is probably going to go away in storage for a good few months, but this was £33 at the beginning of the sale. Again, it retails for around 300, so I knew I just had to try it, because a Dôen dress for £33, I mean, you can't even get that second hand, let alone brand new. So I knew I definitely wanted to try this one, and to be honest, I'm not disappointed. It's beautiful. I was a little bit worried it would be too see-through and it would be almost more of like a beach dress or a house dress, because it does feel quite sheer and it's white. But actually, I think with the right underwear, it's totally fine. It's not something that you can't wear out and about day-to-day normal life because of its sheerness. It is like a little bit see-through, but with the right underwear, I think you'd be fine. So I'm really glad about that. I'm glad that even though it was, you know, so affordable, I can still wear this day-to-day. It's another dress, it's quite long, so most of these dresses have been more on the maxi length on me. They're hitting about the ankle. I really like that. But, you know, if you're shorter, they might not work for you as well. You may have to get them taken up. But I really like the fit. Again, it's got quite a similar fit to the, which one is the Quinley Dress. It's quite similar in that it's got these puff sleeves. It's more of like a square neckline this time, which I really like. It's got these ties here that you can physically tie. Don't really do much, but you can tie them. Little puff sleeves. You can also maybe wear this off the shoulder. Yeah, I feel like it would stay. Actually, it's tight enough that it probably would stay, so you could wear it like that. It's very classically Dôen. I feel like if you know the brand, you instantly recognise this dress. The print, the white with the red flowers, it's very pretty, very feminine, very floral. I really like it. I would definitely recommend this one, but again, try and find it on sale or second hand, because £300 is pretty steep, especially because it is on the more see-through side, but I do really like it, and I think if you're looking at it, if you've really fallen in love with it, I would recommend. I have to be completely honest, with this next dress, I kind of broke my own rules, because I primarily bought this because I couldn't believe how discounted it was and how cheap it was for what it is. This originally retails for £968, which is crazy. It is, I think it's cotton or linen, and it is lined, but it is not worth £1,000. It also comes in white. The white wasn't as discounted, so I went for the black, but I got this in the sale for £80, and I just had to try it, and I figured I can always sell it on Vinted if it doesn't work for me. Now, it does work. I really love it. It fits beautifully, but I don't know when I'm going to wear this, so I'm not sure whether to keep it or not. I probably will, because I just feel a black dress, I can find an occasion to wear this, maybe the right wedding or occasion. I know black's a little bit tricky, but I think if you've got the right dress code, and this is quite a summery feeling dress as well, so that helps lift it a little bit and make it feel a little bit less dark. It's a really nice halter neck. I love a halter neck. I always think a halter neck is really nice if you are smaller on top. I think it's really flattering. It has beautiful lace down it. It is quite long. It's more of a heels dress, more of an occasion dress. It just skims the floor on me without shoes on, but with heels it'd be completely fine. It is like backless, beautiful, very simple, and I just couldn't believe it was £80 in the sale. I'm wearing a size medium, and it feels like it fits really nicely. It's a little bit big in the cup, so it's probably different to the other dresses I've tried on, which have been a little bit small in the top area. This is probably more true to size, but I feel like I can make it work, and everywhere else it fits really nicely. I was a little bit worried it might be too tight on my hips in a size medium, but it's not. It's quite nice. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's really gorgeous, very special. I think it's one of those pieces that will either live in my wardrobe forever, and I'll wear it for a couple of different occasions, maybe once a year if I'm lucky, or I'll end up selling it because I never wear it. I'm not sure, but for £80 I just had to try it and see what it was all about, why they're charging almost £1,000 for this dress. Definitely not worth that, but £80, I'm pretty pleased with it. I have just two more bits to show you, which is just as well because the light is officially disappearing. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. This next piece, I'm back in my kind of comfort zone here, a cozy, thick jumper. This one is one of my favourites, and I actually wore this all weekend. I'm filming this on Wednesday, and I wore this, I think this parcel arrived on Friday, and I wore this Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't think I wore it yesterday, but it has basically not left my body since I got it. I just love it. It's 100% cotton. It has reignited my love of cotton knitwear. I just think it is so cozy and comforting without being scratchy or itchy or even just any kind of uncomfortable. It's just so soft. and I love the design. It's got these beautiful buttons along one shoulder, so it's like an asymmetrical design. These are leather buttons, really, really nice quality. It's like an Aran cable knit, I don't really know which one, but one of the two, and it's all along the back as well. It's very chunky and very thick. It's not flattering as such because it's quite boxy. It's got a high neck, but I love it, and as I said, I've barely taken this off. It's a very wintry, cozy, Christmassy feeling piece of knitwear, but still in like a neutral colour. I absolutely love it. I've got this in a size medium like everything else. It's nice and oversized on me. I've got it kind of French tucked into dark wash jeans at the moment, but yeah, it's just so good. Price wise, this was another bargain. I think this retails for about 300. It was reduced to 259, but before they noticed their error, it was reduced to 59. So I bought this for £59, which just a bargain. Ridiculous, so good. So pleased with this. I know a few of you bought this one as well before they realised. I actually think the glitch was at least in Europe as well, because I know a few of you based in Europe, mainland Europe, bought things at these really reduced prices. But yeah, I'm so glad I got this one. This is actually one of the few ones I may pay full price for, because I think the quality is really lovely. I think a good piece of cotton knitwear can last you a lifetime. I love cotton because it wears really well as well. It doesn't pill. It doesn't kind of lose its shape or its texture very easily. You can wash it fairly easily. It's a little bit less delicate than cashmere and things like that. So yeah, I do think if you're looking at this, it's well worth the price, but I am very happy I got it for the sale price. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. I will wear this all winter long. The last piece I have to show you is this coat. This is a wool cashmere coat. This was another instance where the price got the better of me. This was £64, I think, or £61, reduced from £620. It was supposed to be about 400, and they did put it back up, but I managed to snag it when it was 60, and I know, again, a couple of you did as well. I love this coat. This is very different for me, very different to any of the other coats I own, which is how I justified it, even though I really don't need any more coats. It's more of like a fitted 60s swing pea coat style. Most of the coats I have are long, they're oversized, they're drapey or they're belted. This is, as I said, just a little bit different. This would look really good if I was wearing a mini dress or a mini skirt and I wanted something a little bit more fit and flare, a little bit more, yeah, fitted, I guess. Because it definitely has a little bit more shape to it than most of the coats I own. It's really nice. As I said, it's wool cashmere. It is a dark navy. My one criticism is that it almost looks black. I wish that it was slightly lighter so you could really tell that it is navy. You can kind of tell, but honestly, looking at it, it does pretty much look black. But other than that, I really like it. The buttons are pretty. They have anchors on them, actually, which I just noticed. So they're dark blue as well, so they match the coat, and the fit is really nice. I would say this is a size medium, which is what I would normally take in a coat, and this is definitely more on the fitted side. I would say if you want to layer thick jumpers under this, you're going to need to size up. For instance, I had to take off the really thick, chunky cable knit jumper that I was just wearing because I couldn't fit this underneath, especially in the arms. The arms were a little bit more fitted. I couldn't fit this underneath this coat. So there's something to bear in mind if you are looking at it on sale or second hand. I would go up a size if you want a little bit more room. But if you go true to size, it's just like a fitted. It is supposed to be a little bit more slimline, I think. So yeah, I really like it. This is the final item. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the pieces. Dôen is a brand I've wanted to try for years now, so I am so pleased to have finally given them a good test run. And I feel more confident now going forward if I was to purchase them second hand or on sale. I would feel more confident about sizing and what I like and what I don't like from the brand. I haven't tried any trousers yet or skirts, so I'm not sure about the sizing on the bottom. I was a little bit too nervous to order any trousers, but maybe I'll do that next time. It is unfortunate that they only have a sale twice a year, so I'll be waiting until June or July, I think it is, when they next have a sale to place another order probably, because honestly I just don't think the price point is justifiable. I think it's kind of crazy. But I do really love all the pieces I chose. If they had a little bit of a lower price point, if it was more along the lines of Suzanne or even a little bit more expensive, then I would be buying everything from their website because I love all the items. I have a never-ending Dôen wish list, but honestly, I just don't think, I think the price point is inflated too much, to be honest. But there you go. I've really enjoyed testing them nonetheless. Let me know what you think. Let me know if Dôen is a brand that you enjoy, that you buy from, that you're interested in buying from one day. I really love it. I love the aesthetic. and I think they fit my body type really well. So I'm really pleased to have discovered them at least, and I can add a couple of pieces here and there once a year when they have a sale to my wardrobe going forward. I feel like that last sentence was a real mouthful. I need to go now. I feel very tired of talking. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a like if you did. I am so close to 20,000 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed and you appreciate my content, it would really mean the world if you could hit subscribe. I am doing a giveaway once I hit 20,000, which will hopefully be very soon now. So as I said, if you subscribe, you'll be in with a chance of winning a couple of Suzanne goodies as well. So yes, stay tuned for that video coming very shortly. I will also leave some videos on screen if you're not done watching yet. Otherwise, I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!